Hello, my name is Jeffrey Peisel, and I'm here with Philip Dade, and we'll be talking to you about Crimson.com. So what's the problem? First, students lack access to effective one-on-one help, and they can't effectively organize themselves to collaborate on a large scale. So what's the solution? Our social learning network, Crimson.com, provides virtual spaces in which students can collaborate, and it provides access to the largest effective network of tutors via peer-to-peer teaching with our MindCloud algorithm. Now to Phil.
Thank you, Jeff. There are approximately 30 million students grades 6 through 12 in the US that are trying to collaborate online. However, they lack the proper tools and don't have regular access to someone that can help them. Department of Education has found that collaboration was the most effective online learning method, and students learned efficiently when they explained their solutions to others. When interviewing high school students, we found that a high percentage complained of a college-high school divide where there's very little information transfer from college students to those in high school. Researchers are finding that returns on education are greater than ever and growing, but there's a large socioeconomic achievement gap. Over the course of the last few months, Crimson's team has been hard at work interviewing students to learn, in their words, what they want from a site like ours. We found that students want access to users a few years above them, and also want true, real-time collaborative tools, not just a forum in which they can post their questions. By developing the MindCloud matching algorithm and a suite of collaborative learning tools, students like Solomon and Rose can connect with Harvard undergrads like Emily, and students like Kathy and Mark can work together anytime across town or across the globe. The world is full of great ideas, but the key to realizing the potential of those ideas lies in a team that's executing them. At Crimson, we bring high energy and adaptability. We have the proper mix of technical skills, experience, and entrepreneurial drive. Jeff Peisel is earning his PhD in economics at Harvard with focus on theory and behavioral economics. He incorporates ideas and techniques from computer science and multi-agent systems. At Crimson, Jeff directs all products and MindCloud algorithm developments. My name is Philip Dade, and I'm a serial entrepreneur who founded my first online learning company at the age of 17. I then went on to start 3 more ventures, raising nearly $8 million in early stage funding. I recently returned to Cambridge to complete my undergraduate degree, and at Crimson will be overseeing operations and financing. Ji-Sung Park is also a PhD candidate in economics at Harvard and a former Rhodes Scholar at Oxford. He is the founder and executive director of Sense and Sustainability, one of the largest podcast, blog, and online forums for issues of sustainable development. Ji-Sung's management experience, which includes oversight of over 30 people at SNS, will assist Crimson with strategic growth and institutional outreach. Alexander Peisel has a JD with a focus in IP, law, and a BS in electrical and computer engineering from the University of Illinois. Alex will help Crimson with all technical aspects and development of the MindCloud algorithm. In addition to our core founding team, Crimson has a top-tier advisory board that will be consulting for all major issues in the firm. Jonathan Teo is a managing partner at General Catalyst Partners. He made early investments in Twitter and is also a veteran of Google. John will assist Crimson in UI design and its transition from curated to asymmetric growth. Professor David Parks is a professor of computer science here at Harvard University. Parks founded the Economics and Computer Science Research Group. His specialties include electronic commerce, social networks, and market design. At Crimson, Professor Parks will be consulting on the design and implementation of the MindCloud matching algorithm. Marlon Kuzmic is the Associate Director of the Derek Bach Center for Teaching and Learning at Harvard University. In 2010, he received the James E. Conway Excellence in Teaching Writing Award. Professor Kuzmic will be assisting Crimson with the development of its writing workshop app and the MindCloud Teaching Learning AI. Steve Levitt is a professor of economics at the University of Chicago and is best-selling author of the book Freakonomics. He is known for applying economic intuitions with real-world problems. At Crimson, he will be assisting with the design and incentive and user retention schemes. Back to you, Jeff.
We are at the point of convergence of 3 equally important developments: technology, time and place, and people. First, in tech, research in this kind of market algorithm has only recently become hot, and the collaborative technology that we use for AV has only recently become readily available. Additionally, we get to benefit from the last 10 years of Web 2.0. In time and place, we couldn't be in a better location here in Cambridge because of the recent announcement of edX. And we're lucky enough to have the right people and resources available to us through the iLab and our mentors, the different skill sets that our team members bring to the table, and the fact that our user base, the students, are already immersed in social networks and are ready for our platform. This is the homepage of Crimson.com. Our MindCloud algorithm delivers the largest possible network of effective tutors by leveraging peer-to-peer teaching. From the user's point of view, you earn points by helping others with job requests, and you spend them by opening your own request for help on the MindCloud. In the background, the MindCloud algorithm uses cutting-edge machine learning techniques to set prices in order to match the supply to the demand. At the same time, it provides a non-monetary incentive scheme to motivate the users to contribute to the Crimson.com community. On the homepage, when the users click on Help Someone, it will open up a list of jobs that are targeted to their specific skill sets and point returns. When the user clicks on Find a Helper, it will let you enter details about the kind of help that you want to receive and the kind of tutor that you'd prefer. Now I'll talk to you about the features on the left-hand bar, starting with our Writing Workshop app. The Writing Workshop is a Google Docs-like app. It allows multiple users to edit the same document in real time. We're different in that we have an emphasis on the comments. We can have floating comments over the body of the text. We have the option to toggle on and off multiple commenters, and we have the ability to track changes. In our interviews with students, the number one request was to make it as clear as possible what specific type of help was required. So we designed MindCloud to allow help in such things as grammar, organization, thesis, or even multiple revisions over multiple drafts from the same editor. The Study Room app is our next collaborative app. It supports AV and chat support. It prominently features an interactive blackboard where multiple users can write in real time. We will focus on using USB tablets, which are included with all premium memberships, and these are one of the top requests from the high schoolers. It also has multiple tabs and version control. If your study group gets stuck on a problem, you have the option of calling in help through the MindCloud and getting someone to come into your study room and help you understand the problem at hand. Students said that having the presence of someone else, even online, keeps them on task, and they get more from talking together and working together online than just simply searching the internet for answers. On our Friends page, users can manage study groups and schedule sessions. We also have a wiki with the goal of it becoming a compendium of excellent teaching tools. For example, we may offer the community a point reward for writing good articles about what the users wish they'd known before entering college. And we are also very focused on user retention. We have a bilateral eBay style feedback system to keep users honest. And in order to provide incentives for the top-end users that have a lot of skills, we allow you to give your points away, perhaps to your old high school. And we have a robust achievement and badge system that has proven successful on other sites. To make sure that the younger, less skilled users are not left out, we provide them with extra points, and we give them points for general site usage. Our overall design strategy is thinking, testing, rethinking. The first thing we did was talk to some real high school students, and we will continue to focus the development of our platform on real individuals. We will do so by giving points out for surveys and by doing more interviews with students and teachers. We will measure success through various analytics, such as points earned, problems solved, or hours logged on our site. But in order to show that Crimson.com is actually causing students to be better, we will also run experiments within our user base. For example, we may offer a randomly assigned group of students 3 times points for some period of time and track their outcomes. We may also conduct experimental trials in real classrooms. And finally, on the academic side, our platform will aim to provide a large and novel data set on how students learn together and online. We had a very productive experience over the course of the contest. We wanted to get our hands on a concrete platform to test our MindCloud algorithm as soon as possible. We found out that we have to design everything on the human side of the equation. For example, we started off with abstract math and English skill levels, but after getting feedback, we found out that what students really wanted was to know what books somebody has read, what classes they've taken, or what year in school they are. So we changed things up. We hired Natalie, an expert in human-computer interaction, to design our UI, and we changed the job entry system to reflect the features that real students wanted. Now, we are ready to start our first deployment. And with that, I'll hand it over to Phil for the business side.
Thank you, Jeff. In our first presentation, we articulated 6 objectives to complete with round 1 funding. The first, to solidify our relationship with PBHA. We score ourselves a B+. We've met with PBHA representatives who have confirmed interest, but a formal agreement cannot be reached until funding and product development. The second, our advisory board. With the experts in learning, venture capital, startups, computer science, and economics, we can confidently say that our advisory board is an A+. As for the site mockup, we partnered with a great UI and wireframe designer, Natalie Cheng, who took our user feedback to create an intuitive and easy-to-use interface, an A+. In regards to sales, Crimson was able to secure a verbal commitment for advertisement and scholarship sponsorship from the Princeton Review, but is unable to secure a written insertion order until site development. We give ourselves an A-. As for the financial model, we developed a very robust dynamic model and consulted advisors to establish reasonable assumptions, an A. Crimson's goal was to fill its vendor pipeline with complementary services. However, without mock-ups and in the limited time frame allotted, we are only able to procure legal services. We hope to procure PR and marketing assistance at heavily discounted rates in the future, a B-. Crimson will avoid the pitfalls of other if you build it, they will come social networks that automatically expect instant viral growth. To ensure quality of our user experience, Crimson will curate growth for the first 12 months before opening up the network for expansion and viral growth, only doing so when the community is robust enough to support it. In this first phase of curated growth, Crimson will launch with PBHA as an official program. It will mirror to some extent existing PBHA programs that have Harvard undergrads going out into the greater Boston area and mentoring high school and junior high students. Crimson will now enable those same Harvard students to deliver assistance not only at the time and place of their choosing, but also allow them to increase their reach and help students from their own high school or anywhere else in the world. Immediately after PBHA, Crimson will leverage founder relationships and expand into Phillips Academy Andover, providing Crimson with a network of nearly 100 mentors in the first 2 months from launch. Over the course of the next 12 months, Crimson hopes to grow to roughly 20 supply-side schools, which yield approximately 1,000 student mentors, all involved in organizations similar to PBHA, and over 5,000 middle or high school users, at which point it will have reached the critical mass required to open up the MindCloud to the general public. The seasonal nature of education presents unique challenges, which are considered by employing a dynamic model that takes into account several different viral rates of growth for the school year and the summer months. Our assumptions were based upon discussions with advisor John Teo and reflect negative growth in the summer as reflected in the chart. Crimson.com will implement a 2-tiered membership model. Still providing a game-changing experience for free subscribers, it will deliver extra value and convenience to our premium members. Those premium subscribers will receive monthly point deposits that allow students to post more jobs, physical certificates reflecting how many hours of service they've contributed to the MindCloud, the ability to trade points for scholarships and grants, and lastly, a USB input device to enable handwriting on the study room whiteboards. Additionally, Crimson will offer targeted niche advertising via on-site ads, newsletters, and opt-in offers. Crimson's revenue projections assume a $49.95 premium initiation and a recurring $4.95 monthly fee. We've accounted for a 2% attrition rate and have an average advertising CPMs of $15. Additionally, down the road, Crimson believes that there will be value in licensing its MindCloud matching algorithm for applications in other industries. Crimson has created 2 financial plans. One would be based upon execution if we only received a $100,000 President's Challenge prize and no additional funding. With this prize, we could launch the Crimson.com toolkit to PBHA during the 2012-2013 academic year. To fully implement our business plan, however, and grow to 5,000 users and beyond, Crimson would require total funding of $400,000. The $300,000 gap in funding would be bridged through crowdfunding and/or friends and family rounds. Crimson anticipates becoming cash flow positive in month 16 with year 3 earnings of $1.9 million on $3.3 million in sales. Crimson.com owes its life to the President's Challenge and embodies the spirit of the contest. The team was assembled purely as a response to it, and these innovations accordingly would not have occurred without it. Even the meeting of the founders happened on the iLab website. Crimson's goals include launch within 6 months of funding, at our 20th supply school and 5,000th user in the first year, and within year 2, ushering in asymmetric growth and a positive cash flow. Year 3 and beyond, Crimson will continue its domestic stronghold and set its sights on global learning in general with the addition of foreign language tools. If we fail to reach our potential and only deliver PBHA a tool, we would still provide great service to the community and impact the lives of countless local students. If we reach our full potential, we could make a global impact on the way that students learn together and teach each other. In closing, we'd like to thank you for your time and give special thanks to Professor John Kim, the iLab staff, and everyone who turned the idea of a President's Challenge into a reality.